Okay, okay. What we're gonna talk about today? I guess we talk about the feminist woman online. Truth is, we're gonna play with this character today. I'm gonna start playing with all the characters that beat them all and level them up all the way and try to get. I think I'm gonna change everyone's outlook.
Killing guns with guns. And let it not be said the unknowable god is without a sense of humor.
Oh, yeah, let's do that. I gotta forget.
Safely ensconced.
Yeah, I need to go through and reset all the skills and then go through some shit. Okay. I believe this is the first character I made. What's this guy? Because of like his axe attack shit. I'll go ahead and go through and change this shit around.
Over here, we have a demon to hunt. Well, I say we, more you.
So he plays stats like he gets was 7.5 for 5 stacks. That's like 35, 2.5. That's like 37%. He does get a lot of melee damage, though. I'm not gonna lie about that. So that's the one. Wing closer. This one's really good in the fray. It's super huge amount of fucking damage reduction. This will be really good for the Dooms. Like Doom Shotgun. Because, like, I don't mind being up close. Because he gets huge amount of melee damage. Look at that shit, dude. It's ridiculous. Because melee chance is 25% for that. He gets a whole bunch of energy shield. He adds melee. Stats effect damage, 35% stats effect. What's this one? 20%, 100% damage increase. Dude, that is real judgment. Look at that shit. Increases melee damage to enemies below 50% health. That's pretty cool, electrical fire. Damn. Okay, what's this? Molten same as now. Storm Cutter. It's 3,000 damage. So multiply. It's cooldown is 85 seconds. Lightning wave damage. Stats effect. Damn. Press and L launches lightning wave that deals melee damage. Passes through people. That's pretty fucking cool. What's this I do? Or load speed and life drain. I probably just end up doing this one. Life drain's always good. So much cryo damage shit. What's this do? Increases max health and deals increase. I have full. This one's probably like the best one. 25% gets what 70% damage reductions up close. Oh, that's what's good. Whenever took the melee, his current gun. I feel 60% when I melee. That's fucking hilarious. Damage out over shield. Attack speed, movement speed. I don't know what's with his stuff, and they're like, it's like Pacific going on this would just be all just getting a shit ton of fire. Gives you huge amount of melee, a bunch of shield and that. Even more melee, that's 40% fucking melee damage. This is the only one that gets you gun damage. Gets you quite a bit actually. I don't know. I don't know which one to go down though. Nothing like peaks. Like this one, I like this one because just more magazine. It's just healing. There, it gains missing health regeneration every time it takes or absorbs non-status effect damage. These section regeneration, which increases effect. Like this one's really good. Cause that can get you up to 40% more gun damage. That's really fucking good. Increases max health. Yeah, let's go look around and shit. Cryo damage. Fuck about that. See, that's gonna go down. This is one I actually want to just go down because that's gonna be shield, which is phenomenal. Max over shield capacity. Shield regeneration movement speed. Just 45%. It's crazy. Oh, it's 50%. I am retarded. It's 50%. 50%. Melee damage to course to kill people gives you max shield. I do like reload a lot though. That's just too much health. Fuck, dude, that's 45% more health. That is recklessly fucking powerful. I do like. I'm gonna try a lightning wave. I don't know.
Vault Hunter, a moment.
Nope, that's gotta grind. About 45% more capacity for my shield and for my health is ridiculous. Yeah, that's like crucially fucking insane. Okay. Take my friendship on that.
Oh, a wasted death!
Stand up and be
No, I think I need to kill. Let me do some boss fights. Yeah, he's return this guy. Yeah, get a couple guns from him.
My quest cannot be halted!
The Keeper will preserve them!
Maybe this river will surprise. More obstacles fall before my righteous quest! Run back!
Well, this guy is not my favorite guy to play with.
plan the coronation.
This weapon is a refined spirit and a rocket launcher.
Good shot for over there.
Yeah, that rocket punch is pretty badass. Kind of like with that.
Let me know if anyone needs a water
And faded blood!
definitely have no fucking healing. That's not good. I probably have to go on this because I think this is what gets me all my healing. That's what I need to get up. Increases missing health reduction 10%. 20 stacks. I don't know, man. I just don't like this character. I thought I did when I look at his skills, and they don't pop out to me. Oh. I haven't played with Frothy in a while. Yeah, Cash is just too fucking strong. Lower end of the house gets like let's see. That's actually really good. The percentage of all. Hmm. Fuck, he gets all. Diamond hands. I don't know what the fuck is with all this melee shit. Oh, that's 45% gun damage. Okay, that's really good. No. Okay. I don't know, man. What the fuck is indirect projectile? Goes all action skill weapons, throw guns, and not fired from a gun. Oh, well, that's fucking like not really fun. So it's like me throwing a gun or just oh, what? Oh, what the fuck, dude? Those other guys are just so fucking skill based. This guy gets outrageous amount of ordnate shit. Oh, I say go back to Clash. Cash or Vex. Cash or Vex do really good. Cash is stronger though. Cash is way OP. I mean, Vax is strong as fuck too, because she gets a lot of healing. That was really good, but Cash, man, my god, his damage is so fucking high.
Do you have something to go shoot?
Yeah, towards shit. I'll go to the damage range.
I know a snitch when I see one! A surprise party? Ah! I'm tasting a new flavor, and it's you, mummy! Give me something to cry about!
That's kind of fun.
Hope you are as nasty as you seem.
I'm such an asshole. It's always hard to start a new character when you work on one so damn well. Because you want to get all the same gear to the same character. But it's so hard to do it, you know? So man, I'm wasting my fucking time with that crap. I got a thing out here too.
Someone's ready for the big time!
Okay. I finished the mob quest. I like the mob quest a lot. I thought it was really good. There's a lot of, it was like a 5-quest series. I wish I could just reset the whole fucking campaign. That's the one thing I loved about 3. You could just reset the whole campaign. It got, like, I don't know. It just had that kind of, like, charm to it. At the very end of it, you're like, okay, reset. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and face the...
Ooh, wanna fight a raid boss?
A what now?
A raid boss. R-A-I-D. Really, actually impossible to defeat.
All right. But you said boss.
I'm calling everyone boss now. Just trying it out. It's okay if you don't like it. Anyway, I've heard tell of a creature known as Bloom Reaper the Invincible. You might want to take it down. You probably won't, though. Not on the first try, at least. Good luck, boss!
Okay. What? Okay. Where's it? We'll find out. Oh, yeah. I'm probably gonna die. A lot.
Help me help others by hurting you. Does that make sense?
It's not the order. I think I'm allergic to local fauna.
Before we begin, you should know.
Hold on, good. Hold on.
You bet the Voltage!
That was just a warm-up. So, you are on top. Careful. Your robot is destroyed.
Mother, I hear you! I'm coming!
Careful not to let that roll away.
Okay. Fucker. I guess on the other side of this. I don't know how the fuck I get over. Oh, it's this way. Seems somebody just chilling there. Old ass chair watching the chess. I got those look pretty cool though. I'm very curious about this. My first time doing the raid boss. I'm sure it's not gonna be fucking easy at all. Oh boy. Let me do that. I probably use my ultimate missiles and shit.
I feel like some kind of thrifter or something.
That was a bit bad
Get
news.
for a showdown. Send more my way. I am hot.
Okay, does it keep going down, I guess? Yeah, does it keep going down? Okay, let's keep going, keep going. Okay, we're almost there, we're almost there.
Ah! You look. Just what I was looking for.
Those missile things are so fucking stupid.
I can see right through you.
Literally. Oh. Ooh. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, we have to go there, I guess. Okay. Okay. Without if I can get aim out these damn things.
Luck is on my side.
I think a little bit, that's good.
Trust me, that was dead weight. So, you are on top.
That's a good amount of experience, and I'm really actually digging the experience.
Enemy slug.
Yeah, I try to let the missiles from my shield kill the bulk of the people,
Hit
not
that
just makes it
with
easier.
one inch close.
Okay. First time doing the raid boss, we get really excited about this. Stop. Let's read all these things. Any more things? What's this one? Sorry, we're closed. Here it comes. Piss off. A bunch of dead people there. A lot of dead people. They're gonna make this cinematic, huh? What the fuck? It's gonna be a lot of jumping around, I already know.
Jackpot!
No, don't do that! Okay. So you can't even hurt it.
That is the last time I am doing that.
Yes, I am.
Time to react! Oh, almost broke Snake Eyes! Oh, I love these songs!
Shit. No, don't do that, you stupid fuck! Oh my god, dude, I hate that fucking downward thrust. I'm trying to do my thrust forward. I hate that fucking shit. Okay, so the only way I can hurt him is when he's shooting his beam out. So, ideally he ignores cursive. I can't say he's really too bad. It's actually kind of easy. Yeah, Dirty Mountain Dew's not that. Yeah, the Dirty Mountain Dew's not really that good.
That was worth the ammo.
I can't see shit, bro.
Never bet against me. As expected.
No, don't stop doing that motherfucking dive, bro! Every single time I click over and dodge, if you hold it down for a brief moment after that, your guy dives down like a fucking
I will have
moron.
better luck this time.
That fist dive can go suck a fucking dick. No one uses that piece of shit. Like, no one uses the fist dive. It's fundamentally fucking retarded.
Big money! Big money! I will not fall for the same team twice.
Okay. Out of there. Fuck off, bitch.
Good at what you had.
Fuck is good. Dude. Fuck off. Fuck off.
Send more my way. I am hot.
That beam
And
thing is.
stay down.
That beam thing's like stupid fucking annoying.
Yeah.
It's just everybody knocks you around so bad in this game. Jeez. All these assholes knock you all over the fucking place. Oh my god, dude, fuck off already. Stop fucking knocking me around, dude.
Nail the ricochet. That one's for you, Kanansi.
No! Okay. I beat him. Okay. He wasn't too bad, actually. He was annoying. Of course, he doesn't drop anything. Just beat a raid boss. He has a vulnerability thing, which is not that bad, actually. It's just, he has that beam thing, which is fucking stupid. But... Jake. Okay, so I beat him. How's that? Cash goes to enemy. Ah, that's that one. I feel like ain't no different than killing the fucking timekeeper almost. Or the vault monster. Huh. Well, I beat the raid boss. Probably with a normal guy, the raid boss should be really hard, but the raid boss is super easy to cash. Knowing that you don't have to fucking reload with using the Doom gun makes it so much fucking easier. So.
Love when they send out the big gun.
It's a good amount of experience though.
So, you are on top.
I mean, you have to beat him in 3 sections, though. Probably easy to beat with more people. I don't think Vex would have much trouble because of the life drain now, but I think all the other characters would have a lot of trouble. I mean, the last part of him's not bad, but you would probably have to carry the Doom shotgun 100%.
Getting closer, jackasses! Cover my advancement!
Your boss must have held all your common sense.
Seasons pass, humans die!
I like the funny thing is it'd be so hard to go back on playing with another character
Finally,
than
some
play with this one. Oh. Got fucking hiccups. Actually, what's this? What's this? What's this? Oh. Got hiccups. Let's see if my fucking friend is online.
Sorry I'm late. There was a gun sale.
What's the plan? I think that was a Tyro's breath.
Hey! Dave was gonna be my second in command!
But yeah, the balloon guy is the raid boss is really hard compared to like Borderlands 2 raid bosses. Dude, Borderlands 2 raid bosses were fucking ferociously fucking hard. Like I remember playing with the Berserker, Gunzerker when I had the slag pistol with the torque exploding gun. I was facing the raid boss of the guy in Torqueland. Fiery Peter, whatever his name is. Dude, even with the Gunzerker, which is really the most powerful character ever made in Borderlands. Like straight up. As long as you stay in Gunzerker mode, it is so hard to fucking die. Cause you all like you get like 50% damage reduction or whatever the fuck it is. You get massively increased movement speed. You get fuck, you get all kinds of shit in that. Like your character was just like super fucking OP. That was it?
That's what I was looking for.
Oh, that's not good.
Luck is on my side. Another fight towards my win.
Ooh, such sterling results. I expected no less. Top-notch work, Vault Hunter.
Getting the most out of you.
Up. This gun's pretty cool. But yeah, I didn't beat any other. Well, I did beat the super. What the fuck was his name?
I am strong enough to wrench you free.
Better me than man to us. Eat you as a pet.
Idiot! With every bullet you set us free.
That one blows up.
You wanna be next?
Ah.
Big money, big money.
These fucking ladybugs, man. Alright. Let's go, let's go down. You get a lot of experience. Oh, oh fuck, you good there?
Who needs speed when you are this powerful?
Who needs speed when you're... I'm gonna change. Extra vehicle. Okay. Ah, cool. Yeah, I didn't get all of them yet. Hmm. Hmm. Evidently, I'm right next to it. That's what it says. Is it in here? What's this right here? Hmm.
Kind of a jackpot.
Jeez. Get my experience. Hmm. I found it. Yeah, it's right there. Oh. Stop gliding, you fuck! Why you guys so damn much, dumbass? No. There it goes. I thought I saw it. No. It's probably somebody's really fucking stupid. Has to be somewhere in this vicinity. I don't know where it's at. Back here would be a good spot to put it. There is a legendary. Oh, it's right here. Same gun I have. Shoots slightly less, but does 300 more damage. I will take it. Gotta see what the fuck I want to talk about. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, I was watching Salty Cracker. He's one of these commentators that talks about just stupid shit that liberal, dumb fuck people do on the internet. And, it kind of feels sad that people do anything for money. They just say stupid shit, do some shit.
Getting closer.
Like, people, like, they'll say they'll hate America because they believe that Trump's, like, the worst president ever, and honestly, he's the best president we ever fucking had. Because people in society are built up like a bunch of pussies now, so... And that's what the liberals made, man. The public schools and all that shit made us. So now everything's changing because people are just like, dude, you guys are just fucking retarded. Like, no one's equal. Life's never fair. That's why we have to be guided by, well, God, because we're that fucking dumb. Like, human beings themselves always need guidance, because we start with no knowledge. I know a lot of people want to think that want to claim that they're intelligent. I say you have to gain intelligence. You don't just have intelligence. There's a fine line of difference of how intelligence actually works. You're not born with nothing. You're born with something, a brain, and your brain learns very quickly. But the more you learn, like, basic things in life, the better off it is. But when you don't learn the basic stuff, like, say, like, 10 Commandments, for instance, so you go down the line, the 10 Commandments, people nowadays, they'll preach the same stupid shit. They'll say, well, it's 2025. This is what, listen to this. People said this in 2000. They said, well, it's 2000, that being gay and sucking dick's okay. They said, well, it's 2025. Being gay and sucking dick is okay. They said that shit back during the 70s. Oh, man, it's the 70s, man. Everyone's being gay and sucking dick. And they keep on prolonging this stuff. It's like, it's every 10 or 20 years they'll say the same thing. Well, it's a new, yeah, because you guys are new generational people. Of course you're going to fall in line with the same stupid shit.
Vertical violence approaches.
Give me a quick
Let me sing to you.
Wish I had a tongue for each hand.
Who's in need of some pruning?
This is what a lot of people always say. They'll say the same shit. And they do it constantly. And people always are like, well... And you get, well, and that's it. If you say being young is good, but being young and stupid is ferociously. Like, what do you mean by young? Like, most people in their 20s and that are, their lives are in shambles. They lost, well, we lost a lot of traditional values. And some things were kept, but most things weren't. Like, I'll go into work, I'm gonna sit here for a little bit. Gotta open up my Celsius and sip on it. I'll move around. Oh, sitting down all day sucks ass. Well, anyway, like, I'm learning about demonology. I learned about the demons. I learned about temptation. I learned about what Jesus has been preaching for, the last 1,000 years, or actually since the beginning of time. When we give in to temptation, temptation tears us apart. People say, well, what is temptation? It's the 7 deadly sins. That's the basics of it. So when you give in the pride, you look down on people. Jesus tells us to be the opposite of that. So everything that the 7 deadly sins does, we do opposite. It's not about the world that we live in. It's about heaven that we need to get to. See, people regulate this wrong, and I did too, but now I'm actually starting to learn. When you fight against temptation, that means you're giving glory to God. When you give glory to God, your life changes. It doesn't change super quick because God knows all things. It's a small change. These changes happen when you sleep or when you wake back up. You constantly go through these little changes. So every single day you live, it's always a new beginning. That's why we sleep and our day starts all over again. It's kind of like a Groundhog Day. Besides that, we get older and we can kind of like slightly change certain things in our life. But we always have another chance to not sin so much. We always have another chance to not be so tempted so much. So every day that you wake up, if you enjoy your life, you enjoy the things you do in that, you're not, harming people too dramatically in that. Obviously, people are going to do stupid shit. I make fun of people. That's just my gig. I make fun of people that do stupid shit. But my heart doesn't hate them or despise them or even dislike them. It's just interaction. So you could be an asshole person as long as you're being truthful. And you're saying, yeah, I'm just having fun. That, if people take it to the extremes that their feelings get hurt, you should apologize in some way or another. Obviously, you don't have to apologize with just saying, I'm sorry. Sometimes, let things cool down. And then try to start over again with a different conversation. And try to promote positive, more influence on these people. And I start to notice not a lot of people understand temptation. They fall in line with it a lot. That when they get angry, they literally just stay angry all day long. And I said, why are you angry? And they start making up all these excuses why they're angry. Saying, if you dealt with the same things that you're dealing with every single day, and you're still getting angry over the same shit, why haven't you learned that you shouldn't be angry? You should be not angry as much because you're learning. You're trying to gain better favors. But if your mind's not believing in a system that creates more pulling you away from temptation, then you don't know it exists. And people say, well, they're just feelings. Yeah, your feelings are not all yours. Number one, more spiritually inclined and humble people are, the more they love people. They love everybody. Why? Because they actually know the things that people are.
I should turn my
Number one,
intrusive
the
thought
biggest
power
factor
off.
is
People on
control.
their toes.
We want to control everything. When we lack control, we feel vulnerable. And when we feel vulnerable, we start to actually hate it. We start to hate that we feel weak. Is that every single thing in your life you have fallen multiple times in, that you've done something that was wrong or you were weak, you build yourself up. Like, for instance, we'll talk about this scenario that happened at work. One of the guys I work with tonight, supposedly he was in the military. He looks like he's one of those guys that was like, maybe his family was in the military, maybe something happened where he had to go in there because of whatever the fuck happened. I don't know the person that well. Can't really say anything about the person other than what I saw and heard. So this person, was getting, kind of pissy at because, he just started working and he was working with, one of the crazy sisters. I call him cranky, but I say crazy because all women are crazy, but they seem to be very, not really argumentative, but very controlling. They like to have power to a certain extent. They like to show that they're strong and blah, blah, blah. They say, they're like the skinniest, smallest, women I've ever seen. No, they're not really that, like, strong looking, honestly, because they're very tiny. But the whole point of it is they for some reason, women don't want to be weak nowadays. They don't want to show vulnerability. They want to be, I'm strong and independent type bullshit. And they end up falling down this line that they are just lying to themselves because they're not strong in a certain sense compared to a man. And they always try to regulate strength depending on, well, we give birth and that, blah, blah. But if you can't control your emotions and control your feelings, then you can't be strong. Because then you're just failing out at stuff that doesn't make any sense. That's why we work together as male and female to stop this. And what normally stops it is love. You fall into your role. You want to say women are more nurturing and they do more of the non-physical caring and healing that. And they can be physical too with certain tasks. And of course they can, but they know the limitations. See, these women nowadays, they know their limitations, but they lie to themselves that they're strong until it happens. Why do you lie to yourself, first of all? Anyway, going back to what I was saying, so the guy I was working with now, he was just, seemed like he was getting frustrated because it's one of the crazy sisters. She's the older one. She has this knack of wanting to control what happens. And she's constantly wanting to control the headset. So the service person trying to talk, she'll come on and just start like saying random stuff on the headset. Like she has to be in control of it. And like that's one of the things that
start with a
no one else does.
Get their eyes locked on a dick.
And so
As I ask them to pick a card,
I
my
personally,
other hand brushes the court.
I see it as a problem.
God.
And so we
No
all
need
talked
for
about
it.
it.
By the
When
time
she
they
left, and
notice,
she's not a
I am
bad
3
person.
blocks away.
She just likes that control. And it's kind of annoying because, like, she treats the service people, kind of like shit in a way because she's doing too much. And she's hyper focused on trying to get our orders out so fast that doesn't even make any logical sense because she's not trying to be part of the team. She's trying to just it's like she's trying to just direct the team without being part of the team. So, well, that's what management does. I love how people look at management. I love this shit. Look at management. And they're saying, well, managers are supposed to control that, they got dictatorship. Yeah, that's what you have in your mind. That's why when you look at people that do this stuff, they'd be horrible leaders in real life. They would dictate the people, which means I tell everybody what to do, but I wouldn't do it for myself, kind of thing. Not saying this person does it exactly like that, but that's kind of how it is. The way I look at being a leader altogether is saying you're the one that takes the frontal blow. You're the one that carries your men out of combat and takes shots at to keep your men safe or to keep your women safe. That's a true leader. One that always takes the blunt of the fucking damage. One that sits there and actually toughs it out. Instead of sitting there and crying and saying everybody else needs to do all this stuff and that. So we'll go through this scenario what happened. I have to, because these people need to learn that, we work as a team. We're not trying to say one's more powerful than another. No, we all have our power. We all have what we're better at. We have to direct it. We can't just sit there and just keep on being assholes towards these people and that are actually, they're trying to do their best. Because psychologically, people that, are assholes towards people that just start to work and they're starting to learn stuff, it blows my mind. I say, you guys that are saying these things are fucking retarded and massively fucking stupid. As a baby, you can't sit there. As an adult, say if a baby just got born, you're 20 years old as an adult, you can't tell the baby, start driving a fucking car because I know it. Start running because I know it. This is what pride actually is. You look down on people because you believe that you're better than them because you know stuff. Motherfucker, everybody can know stuff. This is why these sins matter so much. So going back to what it is, this person does have a pride thing. Doesn't do it towards me because I'm like 5 times more intelligent than she is to a certain extent. Of course, with the job, probably not that much more because she does know more than me in certain things. But overall life, yeah, I can grant myself saying I'm massively intelligent because I know way more knowledge, but it doesn't come to the context of work. It comes with other contexts. We can get philosophical conversations for fucking hours and they'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, that's because you're dumb. Because you don't know nothing. So anyway. So this person sits there, and like wants to control the headset and that. So our service person's trying to get stuff done that. And he's not doing a bad job. And people always get fundamentally fucking just angry at people and that's, well, you do this thing, you do this. Like, dude, you people have so much fucking pride, you have to stop. And one of the things that happened when all this stuff started happening, so our overnight server person came in. And so, our manager at the time was that lady, the crazy sister. I love both of them to death, honestly. It's just the way they act. They're very like impatient when it comes down to certain things. They lack a lot of like, they have anxiety and they freak out and that because they're all a bunch of pot smokers. Say, yeah, pot really helps your mind out, even though it doesn't do anything. It actually gives you less sleep and it makes you have mass anxiety. Now these people are just fucking dumb with that. But anyway. So she was like doing the same thing she always does. She would go on the mic and then she'd say, hey, stop them for a little bit. Wait for this for a little bit. We gotta wait this much time. Do this, do that. Say, you know what? Stop controlling what they're doing and give them the basis. They don't have to fall in line with exactly what you say. Because no one else does it. And that's one of the things I say, you're the only manager that I know that does these specific things. No one else does it. Because you're, I have to say this nice way, because you lack knowledge of what the business is to make money, period. It doesn't matter how fast you do it. They know that you're going to be slow. They gave you a function at time because then you get out more product faster, which makes slightly more money to a certain extent. But the thing of it is, it doesn't always work like that. We could have 5 orders on the board. We could have an 80, 50, go down the line. So we have an 80, 60, 50s, 40s, 30s. Sometimes, we'll have just a normal like 15 or 12 or 6. And we have to look at from the perspective of how much we have. If there's an $80 order on there, it's going to take probably like 5 to 6 minutes to do. That's what they estimate. And the company's starting to see that they can't maintain a certain flat time. And I keep telling people, we're not going to maintain this flat time because it's nearly impossible. And the excuses that, this person says, and some other people tend to say it, I say, you guys are just living in a fucking la-la land, fake-ass world. This ain't like a motherfucking video game, okay, guys? It's not like people actually get that much better at work. No, not really. People normally try to make things easier for themselves so they don't bash their fucking heads in. Because unfortunately, these people don't really try. They're like, oh, if I move 5 seconds faster, just 5 seconds, it's going to change 5 seconds. But in those 5 seconds, or maybe 10 seconds at most, and you make a mistake, like you drop something, or you crack something, or use that some part of the product breaks in that, and you don't get done, guess what? You're delaying yourself another 30, 40 seconds. And then that's happened. So if you just take 10 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds out, and just do it at a constant good pace, you're not going to have to waste every now and again 30, 40 seconds to a minute because you fucked up. I always have to constantly go through this with myself. Because the more I understand the temptation of the world, when demons come in, they like to aggravate us. If people don't even see it, they're like, when I stress out so much and that I don't know what to do, so they drink and smoke weed and smoke cigarettes. I said, well, what's that gonna do? Well, it distressionize me. It's like, you know where that stress comes from, right? They don't. Most people don't. Stress comes from controlling things too much. You need to stop controlling every damn thing in your life to a certain extent that you're trying to control things that you can't control. Number one, you control things that you personally can control. Your fucking self. When you implicate control onto someone else, you worry yourself with that person's problems. So, scenario, I think a lot of people do this. If you feel bad for someone, you're extending your worries onto them. Why should you do that? If people make stupid choices, you can try to talk to them and give them advice. Giving someone advice doesn't mean that you're going to worry about them to a certain extent that it hurts you. If it hurts you, you cut it off and you say, you should do what you want to do, because that's what God does. God says, if you sin, you love sin, I give you into that sin. Of course, from God's perspective, he worries about everybody because he loves everybody. But if you do stupid shit, he lets you do stupid shit. But if you understand that it's stupid and you feel guilty, then that's God telling you to pull away from it, to apologize for it, to get you out of it. Not everybody's going to love everybody to a certain extent of being completely content with them, because people always want to sit there and be pissy and that. So anyway, I sidetracked myself a little bit. Going back to what I was saying. So anyway, so as the scenario went on, that she was like kind of being herself and that, being controlling that, and the guy was getting kind of pissy and that. And this was before the other guy started coming in for overnight. So the overnight guy comes in, and they're working together for a little bit. And, he was answering orders and that, and, the other guy was at the window and that, and she kept barking stuff like, oh, take this order, take this order, take this order, and all this stuff and that. And, he got fed up in that. And so, honestly, it was his fault that he got fed up in that, because, it was his fault that he got upset. It was. But it was her fault to constantly antagonize that upset. And that's the one thing we talked about when he left. I explained it to the other guy. I said, she does this stuff a lot. And the other service guy was saying, yeah, she does, because she does it towards me. I get pissed off because she constantly nags. I said, well, it's because she herself doesn't want to do all this extra stuff, because she wants to think being a manager. This is how I see her, because she's done it so many damn times that. She believes that people should take positions in a certain way. I say, you know what? When you follow the guidelines, but you don't follow other guidelines, then maybe you shouldn't do the guidelines at all. You either follow all the motherfucking rules, or you don't follow all the rules. You bend them. You bend certain rules. So anyway, the guy that's been there for a while now, he's actually really good at his job, and he gets off track sometimes, but that's just his personality. That's just who he is. So it's nothing that you can really direct. You could talk about it, and they'll make up their excuses and that, and say all this and that. No, you're just on drugs, bro. You're just smoking too much weed, and your brain doesn't want to focus because you don't have the patience. You lose patience when you smoke weed a lot, and so, he didn't do nothing wrong. So he sat there, he was pointing at an order and that, because he was explaining it to me, and I was kind of right there. I kind of saw a little bit of it. And the one guy got mad. He grabbed his hand, and the other guy that was at the window and that, the older guy, that's been there for a little bit, he kind of pulled back. He's like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? And the other guy got into his face, and he was just like, yo, bro, you need to start answering stuff and that, and he was getting defensive and that. I'm like, oh my god, you guys are literally gonna get in a fight over fucking service stuff. But what this new guy didn't know, that he was kind of in quite a bit of a pinch, because it was his fault, and I was right there and I saw everything. So I was getting to the point, I'm like, okay, if something acts up, this dude's going in a stranglehold 100%. I'm going to drop like a bad fucking habit. Because I was like, this is fucking stupid as fuck. So I was just like, hey, like, what the fuck, dude? Calm down. Fucking stop doing this shit. Because this person, because, their background, because most people that have any type of military or jail background, they want to think that they're really fucking tough. I hate to say it, though. Toughness doesn't come because you train a little bit with martial arts and that, or you think because you hold shivs in fucking prison that you're a tough fucking person. No, you're not tough. You're a wannabe. Because tough, strong, masculine men do not get violent because they understand that they're strong. So it went right into my mind that I was just like, whoa, like, dude, fucking stop this shit, bro, blah, blah, blah. No, they're thinking they're all gonna, it was just a big old pussy match because no one was gonna get in a fight with each other. Because shit starts swinging in that, I would have got involved in that. Honestly, bro, I would beat both their fucking asses because I can't stand stupidity at fucking work. Just really stupid. Oh my god, I'm angry. Show how strong I am. You're not strong because you're angry, okay? Anger gives you very little power. Especially if you don't know how to direct it. You're an idiot. So anyway, finally calmed down that the older service dude left. He was all huffy and puffy because he was frustrated. But when I told after the lady left, the crazy sister lady left, and after the other guy left, I was talking to my older service person. I said, no, bro, he was being antagonized because how she was working. And he agreed with that. He's like, yeah, I get mad too over that stuff. I said, well, we need to direct her with this and say, you cannot keep on doing this control effort because you're pissing off your service people because you're not letting them do their jobs. You only need to help them when stuff's going down. You can't just keep on doing this. And it's always fucking females I work with. And it's always one that smoke fucking weed. I worked with enough of them. I worked with so many of them. It's always the same shit. This control, masculine, feminist bullshit. You give a woman power that doesn't know how to use that power. They tend to be fucking dictators. And not all of them are full dictators, but they tend to use it quite a bit. And they use it to people that are, they use it against people that are not favorable. So me, for instance, I get away with every damn thing at work. As in, I do my fucking job. No one needs to say fucking shit. I just do it. There's always stuff that I'm doing that because it's just, I program my brain because I want to learn how to do my job as best as I fucking can. So she can't say shit to me because she never does. As a matter of fact, she probably has a little crush on me, blah, blah, blah. It kind of works out for me. So she kind of leaves me alone. I'm the one that dictates what I do to a certain extent. And so I'm sitting there now, like, I do what I need to do. She's very polite to me, very nice to me. Say, yeah, because I'm masculine, I take control of the situation. I don't care. I'm like, stop being stupid, please. Let's just work. They'll get mad. They'll get frustrated. But in the back of their mind, they're probably thinking, damn, that's kind of hot. I want him to control me even more. Because y'all bitches love being controlled. Not in a way of being a dictator. It's just aiming for the right thing to do at the right time. So if someone gets mad, gets frustrated, you say, hey, chill out. I understand you're upset and that, but we have to work together as a team to get this shit done. I say that kind of thing all the time. Like, you guys are trying to control individual things at your fullest, but you need to accept that you need a team to fulfill these things. This is not a single fucking operation. You need 2 to 3 people to fulfill the things you need to fulfill. And so we had a meeting about this. That's funny. We have a meeting about this, about communication, and then this stupid shit fucking happens. And according to how I saw it in that, and the psychologics of how this person actually is, because the information actually matters, I talked to him about it after the incident happened, after the person left it. I told him, like, dude, like, you can't be doing this shit. I did the eye thing. I'm like, look at me. You can't be doing this shit. I said, you're better than that. Stop doing that, bro. And he was like, he put his hands in the back because he used to be military. I'm like, if you were in the fucking military, you shouldn't be a fucking moron like this. Who the fuck do you think you're, because you did a couple jumping jacks and probably run a couple miles each day, that your superiority should be higher than everybody else? Motherfucker, if you were in the military, why the fuck you working at fucking Taco Bell? Sounds like something happened and the military jacked you because you have anger issues. Because you think you're the best, you want to think you're better. And how do I know this? Because I see and hear all kinds of things. So I went to the meeting on Sunday. We'll start off like this. I love my brain. My brain remembers details that affect me to a certain extent. So one of the ladies it seemed like he got jealous because it was very like a little bit of jealousy came on. So the crazy sister, now honestly, I have a little bit of a thing for her. I can't say I actually really do enjoy her. I see her heart, and she's actually a very pleasant person. Everybody has their issues and that, blah, 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 don't care. If Jesus says look at someone's heart, I'm going to look at the actual heart of a person, look at the actual person for themselves. Not for the things they act upon, because people act a lot. And so anyway, so she said something about me, being a bouncer. Well, I'm a big dude, 232 pounds. I can't, say I'm the most skinniest motherfucker, but no. I'm a rather decently large dude. And so she directed my strength towards, like, being a bouncer. And I said, well, if anything happens, me, Cody, my name, she did it as a joke. As soon as she did that, this guy, claiming to be tough guy, probably maybe like 170 pounds, maybe, wet, maybe. He says, well, I can do that too. I looked down like, dude, I'm 50, 60 pounds more than you. You ain't doing shit. And that's what I know. It's like, why'd you even, why not? Just because you might know, jiu-jitsu or something like that, doesn't mean that we have to fight people and fucking, hurt people. Being a bouncer is taking people and throwing them out. Being intimidating. Seeing you walk up to someone, bro, intimidation's not there. You don't seem intimidated. Intimidation's why bouncers exist, because they're big, they got a lot of muscle and that. You want to think you're like Bruce Lee and that. Bruce Lee get his ass kicked by a big-ass 250-pound bouncer guy. Bruce Lee can do all of his quick movements and all that bullshit, and then he'd get his ass kicked. It doesn't matter. Jet Li, all these people do all these crazy martial arts. I listen to all these people that get dumb, man. If I face a dude that's gigantic, I get my ass beat. Get your ass beat. It doesn't matter. Because you don't have the power. It doesn't matter how fast you strike. You can strike as fast as you want. If you don't have the meat and potatoes behind it, you ain't doing shit. Against an average person, like an average weight person, yeah. That's why there's weight classes for a reason. You don't stick a 120-pound dude against a 250-pound dude. 250-pound dude's going to crush him. Doesn't matter how fast he is. He could be quicker, but you'd be surprised. Some 200-something-pound dudes are fucking fast as fuck. And it's just because you have more mass doesn't mean that you're slow. It's all about the internal. It's all about your nervous system firing. If your nervous system's quick at firing, then you're going to be fast no matter what. But anyway, I digress from that. Get a little bit off topic sometimes, but hey, why not? Okay. Okay, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, what happened that. So anyway, so like he said that bouncer thing and that trying to be like he was trying to be the tough guy. And I'm like, dude, right there this tells me you're jealous because I was directed being one of the strongest dude, literally. The strongest dude in the workplace. Because I know I know I'm stronger than most people, especially when it comes down to at least upper body strength and that. Leg strength, I'm not so much sure. Probably some people are more stronger than me in leg strength.
The
And
people
I was
of
just like, okay,
Gargania
and
were
like,
meant
okay,
for
I just looked at
fortune
like,
telling.
okay, whatever. I was
Your
just
farm
yawning
is
at because
looking
the job
positively
is
ghastly,
disappointing me
and
now. It's like
Mercury
showing up to
is
that
about
place.
to crash on that ramshack you call a house.
As soon as I walked in the meeting there,
What a tidy sum of
okay, she says I have a little
20,000
bit of the hots
credits.
for her.
I just might be
She
able
called
to
me
help.
princess, and I thought it was fucking hilarious. She opened up the door for me, and she's like, "Good morning, princess." I'm like, "Ha ha, okay, whatever." I had my PJs on, just walking in, and I'm just saying like, okay, so this guy seems like he has a little bit of a tough guy complex. You know, people speak that they're tough all the time, but it's the calm, collected one that's the scariest motherfucker when it comes down to endangerment. Because, like, my nervous system reacts I'm very used to reacting to, say, if something happens violently. Because I've been around martial arts, I've been around boxing and doing, kicks and punches and, elbows and stuff like that. I'm kind of used to seeing my hands fly in front of me, so I'm used to like noticing how people move because all humans most likely move the same. It comes down to it, and so like I react in a way of just like, okay, I'm not gonna get angry, but I'm gonna get kind of frustrated. But I'm gonna put this into a work perspective. Like, dude, don't do this at work. But instantly, any type of like wannabe tough guy gets mad, they lash out like a bunch of pussies. First thing they do is they talk really fucking loud and they get in everybody's fucking face trying to be strong. But they only do it towards the non-strong people. And they do it towards weak people, which I just call you a fucking pussy. You shouldn't get mad at someone. If you have the goal to get mad at someone because you think that you could beat them up, well, that's what it is. Because you think you might be slightly bigger than someone, you're like, oh, I could take you, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, certain level of strength matters. If I see a guy that's kind of like my size, give or take, they might be a little bit more, bigger in certain areas of that. More or less likely, me and that person as a man are going to both know they both look strong. Like I got big ass arms. I'm rather fucking, powerful when it comes down to stuff and that because of my weight and all that. And I can tell because I got gigantic fucking arms. People start to see that they're like, okay, well, there's a balance there. Like, okay, so that guy looks pretty strong too, and they're going to see what his strength is, and they're also going to see, doesn't really matter. But most guys are strong and that don't normally get in the fights because they want to. They get in fights because they have to. Self-defense. And so what I can see what happened is it's just a big old pussy match. The other guy was like, oh my god, you need to do this. And the other guy was like, what the fuck, bro? Why the hell did you even touch me, you dumbass? And then he got in his face, well, you need to start helping me out and that. He's like, yo, bro, just answer the fucking mic. Like, who was in the wrong? I think both of them are in the wrong. More than the other? Well, no, it doesn't matter. More than the other. They were both in the wrong. They should have never, he should never interacted in an angry way. And showing stuff and that. He was pissing that. And I told him, like, yeah, me and that guy got into it and that, he's a small dude. Dude's barely like 5'2", 5'3". He's not a big dude. He knows it too. So he kind of gets very skittish. Small people are very loud and very obnoxious. They're not very like condensed and try to keep themselves in a, because they know that they're a small dude. Doesn't mean they're not strong. They are strong to a certain extent because they're still a man. But when they see a man that's bigger than them, they kind of cower out because it's just how it is. It's just the name of the game. Guys know hierarchy. It's like if my biceps bigger, if my arms are bigger than your fucking head, yeah, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, you're, they're not gonna do nothing. But that's what happens. You know, this guy reacted and he fucking exploded with all these emotions. And I'm like, well, let's get a fucking fight with him already. The thing of it is, the other guy in that, he would try to do stuff in that, and then he would have lashed out, and then I would have to get involved. He tried to lash out at me, and then I would just broke him. Because, you know, I always tell myself, number one rule when it comes down to anything with fighting, you get them down as fast as possible, sometimes without hurting them as much. When it's fist fighting that, you're brawling it out and punching each other face in that and trying to, like, break each other. That's self-defense and, like, you're trying to not get killed. But in these scenarios now, when it's just, like, angry on, like, just really stupid shit, these are more like pull away, back them down. If you have to, you submit them. You put them in an arm bar. You put pain into their body so then their brain relates. I'm going in pain. This dude's stronger than me. And then they have to calm themselves down to a certain extent because they know they can't get out of it. That's why you put people to the floor. You put them in arm bars, you throw their ass to the fucking floor, you drop them, you put your weight on them. And most people are not going to get out when they got 200 pounds of fat ass on them. They just won't. That's why you have to be really careful in scenarios like that. That's not one thing any martial arts or anybody that fights or anyone that knows any type of techniques in that, doing stuff can kill people. And we're not aiming to kill people as righteous Christian men. We're enabling our strength to submit people and tell them that they're wrong. It's like giving them a fucking adult spanking, but in a very physical way. And more or less likely, a lot of people don't want to see it from that perspective. But you have to. Because we shouldn't be hurting each other over stupidity of anger because we can't handle something. And then the temptations get higher now because you get nagged at. Number one, the crazy sister, imagine that, she has to stop nagging. She can't be nagging at the people in that. That's the only problem that she has. She loves to nag and stay in this control posture. Because, you know, whatever she thinks inside her mind her manager is, she's wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. A leader takes responsibility over every single action everybody does, even for themselves. So they have to constantly say, you know, which this person has, and I'm very happy that she has to work on certain things. But as me, as a, very, I would say highly controllable emotional person, not because I'm given the temptation that much, especially anger, because I've been teaching myself to avoid being angry. And as Jesus said, when you start to resist temptation, temptation leaves you, which means it doesn't bother you. Because you know it exists. Anger exists. I do know it exists. I know it's not me getting angry. When you look at angry, it means most likely you're not in control. It means you fucked up. You did something stupid. You haven't learned from it yet. Ooh, man. I'm gonna go to the gym today. I'm debating. But anyway. So that's basically what happened today. It was a little exciting. I was very happy that nothing really too dramatically bad happened. So I can't really say anything about it as in that, who was wrong and right in that. All three of the people did something wrong that agitate the scenario. And as humans that we have to learn to forgive each other and push on. Which that is the number one thing that did not happen. They did not apologize to each other. The anger was still there because when you apologize, temptation goes away. That's why you can't be tempted. And when you go through anger and that, as soon as you apologize, like I just said, I repeated it because it's very important to understand. As soon as you aim for forgiveness, when you forgive someone, God forgives you. Jesus said that specifically. It's called humbleness. When you say I'm sorry to someone, God lifts the demon off you. God apologize. God's very, well, he hates sin. He loves you, so he pulls the sin off of you. That's why when you apologize, guiltiness goes away. That's why when you apologize, your anger goes away. Because when you combat that anger with love, it goes away. That's why when I told the kid, I said, "You're better than this." It's like, you can't be doing this stuff. He instantly knew exactly. As soon as I said, "You're better than this." And I said, I know people like you because you're just like me. So you can't be doing this. You gotta stay strong. So maybe if I see him again today, so to speak, he'll sit there and he'll probably be like, if I talk to him, like, "Oh, thanks for the prep." Blah, blah, blah. Like, we're all in this shit together now. People don't understand this. Who really rules this place? It surely ain't the managers here, because the managers are off and on. They're all emotional and shit. Da, da, da. I'll be plain and simple. I don't want to be a big dick about it. I run the show a lot in this place. My GM does a good job on that, but she's not on the night shift with us. This is what I work. All the managers do good, but they lack certain things. And normally, it has a lot to do with how they communicate. They push too much emotion agendas. They're in this type of like impatient way of thinking. I'm just like, stop. Number one, fuck the speed. Everyone gets out. It's like, we got to run the speed. No. You don't have to. I say, you're trying to do too much. We get busy. People know they're going to wait 5 to 10 minutes sometimes in line. They're in their fucking cars, probably watching TV in their cars, or probably watching something in their cars on their fucking phone or something. So they're patient. And they're like, "Oh, it's my time to go up. Oh, I feel, oh, thank you." Now, sometimes you get impatient assholes. No, we had one guy came in now. He comes in a lot. He called up. He says, "Oh, you guys missed my fry." I was like, "Okay, no, we didn't," because, And he said, it's like, "Oh, you guys missed this other item." And we all talked. I was like, "You were the only one in line, bro. There was like one other person that came in." It's like, "No, well, we don't fuck up that much." I'm trying to say, like, okay, so what was the problem with it? It's overnights. It's after 12 or 1 o'clock. Not everything's going to stay completely fucking fresh when it comes down to certain things, which is true. Not everything's going to be consistent. Shit happens. And I understand certain things happen that we have problems with sometimes, but we're all into this category of we make mistakes. And you can tell that some people are very humble. They know that people make mistakes, so they don't really get mad. They're just like, "Oh, well, it's okay. That shit happens now." But some people, they're all like, "Oh, man,
Perfect. I will start
you
with
know,
a flashy color change.
that anger
Get
that you
your
have
eyes
leads to
locked
your
on the
pride."
deck as I ask
And then
you
you
to
get
pick
upset
a
even more
card.
now because you
My
want to
other
look at
hand
your
brushes
life
the
and like,
court.
well,
Light
I
practice.
have this
Got
problem now because the
no
guy I'm
need for
talking
effort
about
now.
now,
By the time they
he's
notice,
got issues now, or
I am 3
he's
blocks
got like,
away.
I guess they call them T-Rex hands or something like that. His like body didn't develop all the way when it comes out in his hands and that. Oh, I'm ripping huge ass. But yeah, it was just silly stuff. But yeah, I don't like seeing this stuff at work because it is very irritating to deal with. Is this one that has pockets? It's not. I can't get that. I guess I can at least. It look big on me. Yeah, big. And put on some shorts. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Palestinians. That's a lie. Israel recently passed legislation to hang terrorists who commit murder, who, yeah, mostly are Palestinians, because there's a lot of terrorism there.
Right? Like, the Israelis are actually the real radical, religious, crazy nut jobs. It's just that...
Man, I wish there were radical, crazy nut jobs, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, there's way too much gay shit in Israel, even right now, so, you know, listen. Listen here.
that no one ever talks about this because it gets you in.
Oh,
So,
shit.
look.
I'm sorry. My favorite trend is when people say, I can't say this out loud or I'll get banned, and then they just say it out loud.
We can, you know, two things can be true at the same time. You can go ahead and talk about the jihadis and the radical Muslims. Fair, no problem.
True.
But we have to be honest and also say that there's a radical Jewish problem as well, and that's what everyone is terrified to actually address.
So how many wars have those guys started? Because I keep hearing about the radical Jews.
So I haven't really got into the whole...
How many radical Jewish terrorist attacks have happened on Western countries lately? I don't know. I haven't been keeping track.
Whole, the Jews and Israel thing too much. I have a buddy. Do you know who Nux Taku is?
Uh-oh.
No.
Thank God.
Damn.
Thank
One
God.
of the best Jews out there. And so
Okay.
I hear a lot of pro
stop.
I still haven't really heard from someone who's well researched about why the Jews are the issue. So if you were to explain to me as a guy who would...
The Jews are a massive issue. Jews are overrepresented literally everywhere. What are you talking about? 0.2% of the population is 33% of the Holy Trinity. All right, that was a joke. But you know, I'm just saying, they're absolutely Jew issues. I mean, so many Jews push, like, some of the leftist bullshit that we see everywhere. A lot of these, like, movements of equality movements, the feminist shit, the abortion shit, like a lot of this like unbelievable, disgusting slop comes from woke Jews that are spearheading all these movements and it's diabolical. All right, a lot of the Hollywood woke propaganda garbage is leftist Jew oriented. Like, I will be real, all right? If anyone wants a hard case for Jewish shit, damn, I really think everyone, man, don't
What would that be if you were to explain why the Jews are the problem?
No, it's so funny. There's a guy I'm listening to right now. He's really good at that because he speaks the actual truth. You get a lot of these podcasters. This is fit and fresh. These people got so much pride. They don't speak the full-on truth. They try to think there's some type of conspiracy out there because this dude evidently, you know, he looks Palestinian or whatever it is. Well, I think he's just African or something like that. But anyway, so like, these people get so much pride, and they stick to their guns. And they want to say, well, I don't want to think differently. Because if I think differently, my fan base will drop, and then I'll lose a bunch of money and shit. And I'm always looking at it from that perspective, from that. You can't say the truth, because then you'll lose fan base. And most people, like, the comments are coming by that in the speech, and a lot of people are just saying, like, dude, if we didn't attack Iran, they were just gonna fucking nuke us. Why would you trust terrorists that start wars and rape fucking women?
Things are getting wild.
I'm like, dude, just because you have OnlyFans whores that you probably fuck, Byron, whatever your name is, from Fit Fresh, you probably put your fucking dick in, supposedly. All the stuff that people say, why they come onto these shows, is because they're getting fucking laid and they're giving them money to get fucked. You're no different than people that are fucking the money per month. You do the same damn thing. Them bitches ain't coming on to sit there and what?
Nail the ricochet.
All these bitches are not coming on to listen to you gobbledygook about bullshit. They're coming on because they're being fucking paid. And half the time they're probably being fucked by someone. Not all of them, but I'm sure a couple of them probably did for sex and shit. Because they're whores. So who's the propaganda person? Why don't you tell the full truth of your whole fucking podcast? Why do you keep saying you got all these whores on there just to boost your male fucking feed so you can get more guys to come on there and jack off? And then guess what happens? Most of these guys look up half these fucking chicks They look at their OnlyFans and they start donating to them. And you're sitting there programming these bitches even more to get more simps so you can make money. Well, it's just business. Then you're not telling the fucking truth because you're just a prideful, greedy dickhead that wants to throw down some bullshit because something happened in your life. You know, you got your fifis hurting or whatever the fuck that it is. And you want to scream and shout and you know let it all out, which is fine. You got freedom of speech. You do what you want to do, but don't speak truth then, because you don't know truth. Only Jesus spoke the truth about the world, and he already told us there's gonna be a lot of dumb fucks out there like you from Fit and Fresh. You're stupid motherfuckers that claim to be fucking intelligent because you have money and now you say I'm success. Succession never came with money. Succession comes with humility. Succession comes with humbleness. When you're sitting there propagandized and you're blaming Jews for all this stuff and that because everybody blames Jews for fucking everything, but Jews don't start fucking wars because, you know, there's different kinds of Jews. The Jews that we deal with, like the Epsteins and all those motherfuckers, now, yeah, them people are satanic fucks. You're looking at satanic people and non-satanic people. You know, it's like, whatever your faith is, whatever you believe in, it's who you become. So Byron, the guy from Fit Fresh, whatever he truly fucking believes in is definitely not Christ and being peaceful in that, because you're being radical as fuck. Because you just want money. You guys change the fucking win just to get more money. Because that's all you fucking seem to care about. Because you wouldn't be doing this podcast on this shit if you were fucking not making money. Like I do my streams. My little baby podcast that I don't get paid, motherfucker. I speak the fucking truth. Because this ain't a full-time job, and I never do this shit for money anyway. And if I did get money, I wouldn't want a lot, because I don't care. I'm not prideful. I don't use my status to sit there and be like, oh, look at me. I got this and that. No one gives a fuck, bro. Cool. You ain't taking all that shit with you when you die. You can boast yourself up as high as you want. But when Jesus comes back and you guys all get judged like anybody else, your standards are going to be of your life, all that's going to be ripped away. All your money, all your fame, all your status and that. And Jesus is going to look at your heart. And when he looks at your heart and he sees that you did these things and that, I'm not saying you can't repent, because, you know, we're humans. We all do stupid shit. But when you go on a temptation spree, which a lot of people seem to do nowadays, they don't understand they're doing it. It doesn't matter how much money they have. I'm not going to say that I'm smarter than people when it comes down to it. But I know the truth. And I try to follow the truth. The truth is changing my life. I don't care about money. I think money's good, but people use it as a status thing. They think, look at me, I'm better than you. Yeah, your pride. You could say you're better than someone when it comes down to what? To say, oh yeah, I do my job better than you. No. But you don't have to do it in a prideful way. You can say, yeah, I've been working along and I know what I'm doing in that, so I can help you out. I know a little bit more than you. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I gotta go pee. But yeah, like I stand with this dude. This dude's literally telling the full-on truth, and he's very biblical because he actually looks at it from the Bible, and the Bible actually states exactly what's going on. I like it a lot.
All right. Well, I'll angle it from the America First perspective, and then if you want to go deeper into the lore, we can do that. But I'll simplify it this way.
Deep in the lore.
They have an enormous amount of representation and power in the United States that they utilize to the benefit of a foreign nation that puts us in a precarious situation geopolitically.
Really? Interesting.
Oh, okay.
Like what? Like what precarious geopolitical positions are we in right now? Like I'm just trying to understand here. I'm being good man. I'd love to have a conversation with this.
Ready to roll the dice?
I hope it doesn't come down to just swinging insults at each other. I'm just curious.
That's basically the root of the problem.
The ability to do that is so
Barely had time to react.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah.
Alright, so why was I told to react to this? It's gonna get hairy.
Got on it and like they'll just like go into random rants. But like that's basically the problem. Like right now, this war in Iran, like we are fighting that for the Israelis. And anyone that go ahead and sort of
You didn't quit while you were ahead.
preemptive attack, and you're gonna see Marco Rubio admits, the Russian admits.
Yes. We are going to war now with Iran because of the Israelis. It's totally not because Iran directly stated that their goal is to develop a nuclear weapon to obliterate us, and also the fact that they have 60% enriched uranium that they lied about. It totally has nothing to do with that. It's because of the Jews. Man, you guys are awesome.
Admitted this, but the Israelis.
Why am I not married? The Jews. Why am I fat? The Jews. The Jews. Why don't I have children? The Jews.
He's not lying. If you heard what he said that. These guys really blame everything on Jews. Yeah, you guys just hate fucking Jews because why? Like, who gives a fuck? You hate Jews now because you think that they're the promised ones. No, actually, the Bible, Jesus denounces the Jews 100%. He says that if you don't follow me, then you're no good. You're no different than the Gentiles. But the Gentiles follow me, then they follow me indefinite. You know, like they're going to be the new chosen people.
That's something
The
of your
Jews can't
sleep.
handle being unchosen because they're one time Testament. Their testament, they still fall today, even though they can't sacrifice, because guess what? Jesus took away from us. If you can't follow me, you're not sacrificing. You can't sacrifice anymore anyway because, sacrifice has been done. And that's one of their main things. So there hasn't been actual Jewish people in like 2,000 years. Because they can't do their full ritual to God. Because they were being retards and they didn't accept Jesus Christ as their savior. Because, they say that, their Messiah hasn't came. What the fuck do you mean hasn't came? I love the Judaism is probably they're the stupidest fucking people when it comes down to knowing their lore. You have 3 or 4 prophets, multiple prophets that state the same shit for thousands of years. And the Jewish people still can't understand that Jesus was their Messiah. And a lot of Jews did follow them. A lot of Jews got crucified and got killed because of it. Praise be to the saints that made it to heaven. Praise be to the saints that made it to heaven. Because these stupid fucking dumb fucks that do these stupid ass things, they keep on pushing these agendas. None of your agendas matter because you don't want to what? You don't want to accept the truth for what it is. You refuse the truth, which makes you a fucking idiot. And hands down, these people are fucking stupid. We have literally the cover of Jesus when they buried people. We literally have him provenly being resurrected like hundreds of people, not thousands of people saw him being resurrected. They saw him. And matter of fact that he was with the disciples of him for like 30 or 40 days after he got resurrected. So they can spew all the lies they want. I'm going to heaven with my Lord, and with Lord of Lords. I don't give a shit about the Islamic the bullshit, because they're not going to heaven. They're all going to burn in hell. You know? That's fine with them. People can spew all their bullshit and say, my religion's better than your religion. I really don't give a shit if you think your religion's fucking better than mine. Your religion's not peaceful at all. Judaism is literally just the Old Testament, and you know, and the Old Testament's been done. Old Testament's just a profiteering thing that talked about good morals and stuff like that, and the Ten Commandments, stuff like that. And guess what? It all came down to Jesus. People simply just blow my fucking mind. And I just have to laugh at it for how fucking idiotic people are. I'm just like, really, guys? Like, really? Do we have to sit here and do this shit for the last thousands of years? You guys still don't want to fucking admit. Blah, 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 goobity gabba goobity 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 goobity. No, I don't want to know shit. You want to sit there and keep on saying your same shit. You know, you guys are just going to be left behind. Because you're all liars. You're all bullshit arsonists. Satan's got you by the balls, and you're just fucking stupid. You know?
Tell me someone saw that.
I say it's not anyone's fault but your own. You choose that lifestyle, so now you have to lay in your bed. And you gotta, you know, deal with your problems.
I think I got you.
I say that's perfectly fine. Be a fucking idiot. I'm okay with that. Sit there all day and cry your fucking tears out. Follow your Old Testament that literally tells you to follow Christ. It literally tells you that over and over and over again from all the prophets, and you still can't comprehend because your pride is too high. I was gonna say, do you think Jews like Christians? Of course Jews don't like Christians. They tolerate them, of course they do. It doesn't mean they fucking like them. Get the fuck out of here. They despise our Messiah.
Actually, maybe not.
That is the most truthfulest thing that's ever been out there. Yeah, money. We got some sparkles. You know, praise be to Lord Jesus Christ. It's so funny is because no prophet can take out demons unless God gives them authority to do it. And that's what makes it really very interesting. That only God can have demons taken out because he gives them authority to leave. Only God can do that. Jesus literally did that. And Jesus said at the Last Supper, he said, go forth. I give you authority because of my Father, the Holy One, the Father, gave me authority of the domain of this. I give you authority to cast out demons. Isn't that amazing? No human can cast out demons, and they showed it when the supposed teacher of all teachers, what the fuck was his name? Nicky
My
Bus or something
weapons
like
will
that.
not stop firing!
He knew Jesus was his savior, but he was too scared to do it because he knew it would ruin his life and that, and he got scared of it. And he knew it that he was the Lord.
Better ground. Heading there now.
You are on top!
And like, he sat there.
Talk about the next level gun!
And he said they give him a whole bunch of gold and that. You know why I say this? I'm sure he's in heaven. When Jesus says, "Follow me," that's when you know. There's some habits that are hard to get rid of. I agree with that. All I know is when I listen to these fathers and they talk in depth about the Bible and that, and they're really, really intuitive with it. They're not lying about temptation. Temptation is literally negative emotions. You're not supposed to be negative. And people say, "What do you mean not supposed to be?" You're not supposed to be negative at all.
That was just a warm-up!
And people ask, like, why can't we be negative? Because you're not supposed to be negative, because life itself is never supposed to be put into that
Target,
perspective.
take it out!
You're supposed to be love and harmony. There's never a separation just because of color or just because of different way of looking. People say, well, what about equality? Equality is not saying, it's the opposite. We all have our ways of living. We should all be separated in some way or another in order to not all be the same. Equality means everybody should be the same. It doesn't go like that, because not everybody's the same. A lot of people are going to be different. You accept their difference. Because that's what God wants to do. It's all about what God wants to do. It's God's plan. If God says this person needs to be that way, then they shall be that way. That's what our personalities are. But some people, like they say, want to give them the temptation that I keep talking about. Yeah, they give them the temptation and it changes the perspective of their actual personality. If you change the perspective of your personality, you're not being the true self.
Watch the blade! I like this coat!
And that's one of the things that people essentially always have a selectively hard issue to deal with. Is that they have a hard time being their true self. And most times people are just loving and caring. I took off of me from it. I want to be loving and caring. I despise all the stupid shit that's happening. I despise it. I think people can do better. Ooh. This gives me gun damage dealt. So it literally gives me 58% more damage. Kill an enemy with a critical hit, he doubles his stack. Otherwise, kill an enemy with your gun drains half of his stack. Whenever he gains a stack, it heals him 5% max health. And whenever he loses, he gains 8% max overshield. I don't know if that's gonna be better. That is really good though. I'll have to look at this stuff. Which one's that? Set gains increase reload between that. Shot from your gun deals bonus damage equal to your overshield. That's actually pretty good. And this one is he loses stacks. For every stack he loses, he increases gun damage reload between that. This one cash gains stack of honor recovers action skill. Oh, I see what they're doing as. Yeah, they're trying to combo up the overshield thing. Right there, a portion of all your damage is dealt from enemies. And it's converted to overshield whenever he loses a stack. That's a lot of damage though. That's overall damage. Oh no. I'm really debating. So that gives me 4 of that and 3 of that. And both of them are extremely powerful. I have to look at my damage ratio. I'll favorite that. And then I'm going to favorite this. So I don't have this on. Let me see what the difference of damage dealt. Damage dealt at 52%. Kinetic damage is still at 81%. Gun damage is at 74%. Okay. 74%. That is really fucking high, actually. Damage reduction's at. Okay.
Say hello to the smartest person in the room!
Behold my
I am not the one in danger! Get in closer, jackass! If I kill you! It's murder time! Extinction is coming!
The deadliest flame is in silence. That pit is a prison, baby. I'm going to set you free.
Increasing the odds. Want to play again? Here's some footage.
No good from back here.
I will put it I want to see.
I have to tweak the knob.
Mentioning my tactics. That was worth the ammo.
Fuckers are dying super quick.
Catching it. A mod for every problem. Knock it down.
If a tree falls in the woods, I'll kill someone! You can't handle the heat! Let us You're supposed to do that!
Raising the stakes.
My essence is with the animals! Far away!
Give me everything you have.
I need Jacob gun. No, I don't know what it gives me. I think the overshield thing's over here. Yeah, it is. That's the one I probably should get up then. I should probably take it off of this, because I don't reload that much. Or even take... I like to keep this. I don't need these. I can take these two off and put it all into here, because that would be really good to get this up. Because that overshield thing's actually really nice. Says a portion of all damage that cash is dealt from enemies is converted into overshield. Just that alone actually makes it really strong. He said the dirty Baja Blast is not that good. Mountain Dew. I can't blame you. Yeah. It's just everyone's. They're trying to make new things and that, and Taco Bell constantly invents new stuff. Yeah. It's just how it is. I just find it kind of funny that because they like sit there and they want you to invent all this shit.
No matter what. And if the Iranians warned the United States and Iran, and Israel, that if either
back that Iran's gonna bomb America. Like, do you understand what this logic is? Like, oh, it's the Israelis' fault that we're in this war because Iran threatened to kill us because after Iran launched terror attacks against Israel and Israel retaliated, now Iran wants to bomb America. Okay?
attack no matter what. That dragged us into the war. That is why Trump had to get involved and, go ahead and get him on this war. And now we're in a political war. Because, like,
we're in a really strong political position right now.
Look, Fox News is going to tell you we're winning the war. We are losing this war in every single way. Do not.
What the fuck, bro?
This is like the third world argument, bro. There's an AI video of underground missile cities taking down the USS Abraham Lincoln, my guy. We are losing the war.
Follow for the propaganda from Fox News because it's important for people to understand. And I know some people in your chat might not be aware of this stuff, so I'll kind of like explain this in a simple way.
All right, explain to me how we're losing the war with Iran. You know, the country that's literally begging us to make some sort of deal with them because they're absolutely they got eviscerated militarily.
Dude, these guys like fucking retarded. Like, this Fit and Fresh Byron is saying the stupid. It's like all these people, Tucker Carlson, Kansas Owen, all these millionaire fucking cocksucking losing dickheads. They got millions of dollars. They swing their fucking dick and balls around because they don't like that. They believe because they hate Jews and that because they're just hateful motherfuckers. They want to say, oh, well, we don't agree with, terrorists and that, but you guys don't want us to sit there like, okay, listen here, you fucking Pakistani-looking motherfucker. Number one, dude, America's finished every fucking war. We're the ones that came in and rescued all Europe during World War II. We're the ones that came in and we rescued people from all these terrorist fucking organizations and that from fucking Pakistan, from fucking Iran, from Iraq. So when your stupid ass says some dumbass fucking shit that we're losing a war because you're believing propaganda from all these news networks and that, but you're the one that stated that you like Trump, and then now you want to go back on it because you want to know. You just go with the flow of the propaganda because it makes you more fucking money. It's not the fucking truth. So you can take your fucking brown-headed, milky fucking looking ass and go to a different fucking country then. Because you are literally, specifically, explain to people that you are a fucking terrorist in our country. You're going to backfire against America because your fucking feelings, your little pussy ass self is getting all scared. You're freaking out about shit because, whatever the fuck that is, because your people that are communicating to you, your fan base is saying, well, why are you saying that stuff? And he says, let me explain. Motherfucker, you are not intelligence. I love these intelligence-based, stupid fucking podcasts. They think they know actual intelligence. Dude, do you not know that the government itself carries intelligence that never tell fucking people like you? Because you're a fucking moron. You'll sit there and spread a bunch of stuff which you're doing now, and you make up shit that's not true. This terrorist fucking cocksucker should honestly be put in fucking prison. You're a guy that allows a bunch of fucking OF girls that you potentially probably end up banging, like I said before, on your podcast of Fit and Fresh. I'm so cool. Look at me, mama. Yeah, whatever, bro. You did what you did to make money. Blah blah blah. So did Andrew fucking Tate. And did all that sex fucking shit. You guys all care about just making fucking money and acting like you're superior. You're not. You're a nobody. You're a nobody when you were fucking in high school when everybody was making fun of you because you look like a fucking dumbass. And you're still a nobody now. You stay a nobody because you're not humble. You stay a loser because you're not looking towards heaven. You're looking towards the world. The world loves you. That's why you got all this stuff on that. That's why you don't give a fuck about people. You preach some shit that's fucking completely opposite of what actually needs to be preached. You say man should dominate over woman and that because they have money. That's all you care about. And you keep on comparing yourself to women. Yeah, fucking loser guys compare themselves to women. I don't compare myself to women. Because I know we're not the same. Duh. Duh, motherfucker, duh. I mean, if you can't realize that, you gotta do a fucking 10-year podcast to talk about this shit with a bunch of whores that are not traditional. Literally. All of them are whores. You can't take a hoe out of a bitch, bro. Like, who the fuck are you to even speak anything? These motherfuckers are just yapping. And they got American flags. The back of the thing. Well, you know what the American flag stands for? Peace and justice. We're bringing peace. Peace doesn't mean we don't go to war with fucking dumb fucks that kill people. Peace means we go to war with dumb fucks that kill people. To pull in the peace. You're gonna have war with stupid motherfuckers that have cultist-like intentions. And all this fucking Palestinian looking motherfucker that all he wants to do is blame the Jews. How about you blame yourself for being stupid? He said all Fox News got all this propaganda. I'm like, and you want to say that we're losing the war in Iraq or Iran? When the fuck has America ever lost an actual war? It was well, Vietnam and that, it was a stalemate. North Korea doesn't do shit because they know it was a pointless war. So every veteran that's fought all these wars to try to bring peace, you have now announced them to be fucking failures because you're a fucking pussy ass bitch with your millions of dollars and your OnlyFans whore sucking your fucking dick because you think that you're cool in that, and now you're gonna sit there and you're gonna say all this stupid fucking shit and you're gonna think that you're more intelligent. So, well, that's just the reason why. No, that's not the reason why, you dumb fuck. And then everybody's gonna make fun of you like they probably did in high school and that. You're gonna get all pissy and that and start retaliating. Because that's what's happening. People retaliating against you because you're saying stupid shit because you're actually a fucking idiot. You're stupid. Stupid.
And also, currently, they're losing $500 million a day because of an oil blockade, to the point that all of the world's oil energy was rerouted to purchasing it from the United States instead of them. All right, explain to me.
Wars are fought to impose your political whim on another group of people,
or because you don't want the other group of people to nuke you,
from a strategic purpose.
Or you just don't want them to nuke you.
This war, before the war, the Strait of Hormuz was open. All the bases...
Yeah, that they could have closed at any time, because they're terrorists. Just like now, they're bombing civilian ships. They could have bombed civilian ships whenever they wanted. You didn't want these guys to have some sort of... Imagine if they had a nuclear weapon. We would never reopen the Strait of Hormuz if they wanted it closed.
Since we're fully functional in the Middle East, we had great relationships with our allies in the Middle East.
Still do. We have better relationships right now with our allies in the Middle East. What are you talking about? Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain, and Israel are all working together with us against Iran. We are we have stronger alliances with all of these countries right now than we ever have before.
And we weren't that pissed off at NATO. Since the war's begun...
Getting pissed off at NATO is a good thing, actually. NATO fucking sucks. Alright, we pay for 70% of NATO's shit. We are 70% of NATO's military. I don't want us to be part of NATO at all. Oh, but France and England have some Eurocucks that are mad at us that we're killing terrorists. I don't care. That's a skill issue, yeah.
20% of the world's energy has pretty much been cut off.
All right, so how does that affect us? Our energy has not been cut off. Most of our energy does not come from anywhere near there. Our energy comes from us. We got like 1% of our energy from the Strait of Hormuz.
Iran has been making a bunch of money. Yes,
Iran is losing $500 million a day. Making money. They lost their missile factories. We obliterated half. They have no Navy or Air Force. And no ability.
Yeah, listen to the comments of that of all these stupid fucking people. This dude keeps on pushing more propaganda. One guy says losing, laugh out loud. Watch the carrier sink the 7th time this week from AI. And this dude's still propping up propaganda. Like, dude, shut the. This dude's a fucking idiot. It's like this guy from Fit Fresh, Byron or whatever, is trying to explain something he can't explain because he's a fucking moron. He's just he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. So he just like he's thinking of shit to say because you can look at his eyes and he's just making up shit.
We need to make money because they closed off their ports. They're losing money dramatically. Iran is making money. I guess you could just say things at this point.
Destroy their Navy and Air Force, but that doesn't matter because that was never the problem in the first
doesn't matter.
place.
It is a problem, actually, because one of the issues here was the fact that they might develop a nuclear weapon at some point, and we would make sure that we wanted that stopped immediately.
This dude's a fucking moron.
We wanted to make sure that gets stopped. If they have a Navy and an Air Force and ballistic missiles, it's a lot harder to stop them from developing nukes. So yeah, actually, that was the point.
Now they're rushing towards a nuclear bomb.
Now they're moving towards a nuclear bomb? Now that they have no leadership or military, now when they're moving towards a nuclear bomb? Like, are we being serious?
Allies in the Gulf are pissed off at us.
Our allies in the Gulf love us. They hate Iran, and they're telling us to finish the job.
All of our military bases in the region are gone. And quite frankly, now, Iran has us by the ball because they're like, look, we're not going to negotiate with you guys until
now.
Keep
Iran
people on their toes.
Iran is begging us for negotiations. Right? They're begging us for a second round of talks right now.
So you guys, lift the sanctions, get your bases the fuck up out of here so we lose our...
We don't need to capitulate to any of this shit. Well, this is painful, man.
But it's be in the Middle East. You guys we're going to continue to have people go through Strait of Hormuz and pay us. And
no one's going through the Strait of Hormuz. No one's paying them. There's a blockade.
If you don't, we're just going to keep attacking your allies in the Gulf, make you look weak. And
which they can't really do right now.
This war is basically done. It's created an energy crisis. It's humiliated us.
It's not affecting us, this quote-unquote energy crisis.
Politically, because we can't even defend our allies.
It humiliated us politically that we were able to obliterate one of the largest threats in the region, all right? The largest exporter of terrorism in the world. We were able to...
This dude's a fucking idiot. Yeah, he says, here's the part that Byron's leaving out. He says that if eventually we're going to bomb us anyway. Of course this guy's leaving it out, because you're fucking retarded. Why the fuck are prices so high? Don't even get oil from the Middle East. That's people that like it's a lot of people don't understand how the economy works. Our world economy all works together. Oil economy always works together. Everything works together. Oil prices are up, but they're not ridiculously high compared to like Biden. That Biden stuff was ridiculously high. I think we were at like $150 per fucking barrel or something like that of crude oil. Now it's down to like $89. It was at like $100 and something. It dropped dramatically because of what's going on. Like, people don't know world economy works shit, so they just branch out and say random shit because they're fucking retarded. And this dude Byron is just a fucking idiot. Like, I don't know what he's even saying now. This dude's completely 180 on everything.
Obliterate them. We're taking minimal losses in like a couple of days. Are you being serious?
Time to defend. It's made us look like clowns, and then we're spending an enormous amount of money to fight this war, like $2 billion a day.
That we literally spent more on Somali scammers than we did on this war. This guy's talking about how NATO doesn't like us anymore.
Yeah, look at this. Another guy says, no, they are not. Saudi Arabia and other countries Everyone's fighting against this dude because he's just a fucking moron. I'm reading the comments and that. He says a lot of people are joining with us in that. Yeah, I even listened to the speech in that. So don't believe the stuff propaganda that all AI images. They literally had a whole bunch of news people in when they did the speeches and that, and all of Saudi Arabia and all these Middle East countries. Yeah, it's like we're with the United States because Iran is fucking retarded. He's like they do terrorists. We don't want terrorists. We don't want it. We want to be peaceful in that, and they're all fighting back against these stupid fucks. And this guy's just a fucking moron. Byron, you should. You know what? I pray that you find Jesus in that. I do. I hope the best for you, bro. But you're a fucking complete lying piece of shit moron. You're spreading so much crap. Your whole audience is fighting against you. And all you do is keep pushing the same narrative because you want to think that United States is weak. How? And that's a shame. So, like, if you want to sit there and think United States is weak, then go to Iran then. Leave our country. Leave your $1 million shit. Lose all your money in that. Give it all to charity in that. And go to Iran and sit there and live the life of these people. I bet you step foot in there, you probably get shot. And you sit there and be dead on the fucking street like an idiot. But at least you would know the truth before you die, moron.
Spent $350 billion on the Ukraine war. Which doesn't affect us at all, which doesn't benefit us in any way whatsoever, right? It's a charity, all right? What are we even talking about?
So, strategically speaking...
Dude, look at it. Even chat is cooking this guy. I can't believe it. Oh, dude, I'm literally shocked. Holy crap. Oh, my God. This is insane. Look at chat.
An enormous amount of money to fight this war, like $2 billion ago.
No, they're not. Saudi and every other country joined us.
Hey, so, strategically speaking, we are...
Third world cope. This is China CCP narrative.
Losing this war. Yes, we're blowing up Iran. Yes, we destroyed their navy. Yes, we destroyed their airports. But that doesn't matter because their ballistic missile program is the real danger. And there's hundreds of them.
I thought you just said that there was no danger. Like, this dude was just talking about how Iran is not actually a threat, but the real danger is the ballistic missiles that we haven't touched.
Underground that we don't have the bunker busters to get into and destroy. And even if we destroy one or two of them, it doesn't matter. There's hundreds of them all over the country. Iran's a big country, bro. It's like the size of Western Europe with 90 million people, and they have an army that's 1 million people. And we're not going to effectuate the regime change that they want without boots on the ground. So it'd be in Iraq.
So we're not doing that. We don't have boots on the ground. That wasn't the objective.
Well, like
obviously, I would love it if the regime changed because these guys are terrorists that have been massacring their own people. But that is not the objective.
It's worse. So
we're not putting boots on the ground.
Oh, look at this shit. Oh.
We're not doing that. We don't have boots on the ground. That wasn't the objective.
But like
obviously, I would love it if the regime changed because these.
That's what the guy said. He says, and we bombed that shit too, retard. Dude, the chat is going crazy. This Byron guy is reading chat, and he's coping so bad, and he's flipping shit. He's like, you guys should listen to me. He's like, why are we listening to you? You're a fucking... You're a millionaire OnlyFans whore fucking dick sucker, bro. Like, you shouldn't say shit about what's happening in the world. You're an idiot. You're a coper.
Guys are terrorists that have been massacring their own people. But that is not the objective.
Times worse. So
we're not putting boots on the ground.
Strategically speaking,
yeah,
we are losing this war in every single way because we.
Nux, you were called out. You have to react to this. You've been destroyed with facts and logic. Oh boy.
We are worse off right now than we were prior to the war, and now.
Oh my God. We are a self-sufficient country that has our energy actually working for us. We are exporting oil around the world right now. China is on their knees, backstabbing their own allies in Iran, begging us for oil. All right, we are in a weaker position. Like this is unbridled levels of cope.
We're trying to negotiate for pre-war conditions.
And we're not negotiating for pre-war conditions. What are you even talking about?
Time there trying to negotiate for pre-war conditions, you lost the war.
But that's not what's happening. No one's negotiating for pre-war conditions. You don't
What
even
are
know what
my
they're
tasks
negotiating
for
for.
today?
But you literally
Let
don't
me
even know what they're negotiating for.
Yes.
He says, one guy says, didn't
Phosphorus
China
in
agree not to
Spoka.
support Iran? This dude's coping
Destructive
so bad
belongings.
because his
70
narrative got
copies
taken
to
away from him. Now
university.
he's trying to
20%
explain away his bullshit narrative
My
that he was.
day is
Here's
booked.
basically what happened is these people, since they throw out false narratives before they happen, that they throw out their predictions. Motherfucker, you're not God. Stop predicting shit because you don't know, you fucking moron. I love these people trying to act like they're God, that they know shit when they don't know fucking nothing. It's the most hilarious thing in the world. That's like, you know nothing. You're making yourself look really fucking stupid, and you're saying shit that's fucking dumb, and you don't make any fucking sense because you're a fucking moron. And you're just coping so hard now because your narrative got broken because Trump's literally a good president. He's doing what he needs to do. People are coping because you can't make America free unless you get rid of all your enemies. Get rid of all your enemies. That's what you're supposed to do. That's the whole point of it. People fucking retarded.
They'll probably end up with Iran digging up their own cooked uranium and delivering it to us on a silver platter. All right, but you have no idea. This is painful.
That's a very interesting perspective.
No anything about foreign policy. I'm not saying that it's a roast. I think foreign policy is, for your average citizen, kind of irrelevant. I think that the correct position most Americans should have on Middle East is like, yeah, I don't care. I just don't want them to kill us. Yeah, I don't care. I just don't want them to have nukes. And I think that's a perfectly reasonable position.
So why doesn't America just nuke the fuck out of them?
All right. That's a good question, Tekka. It's because America doesn't want to kill innocent people, and most of the Iranian people are just wonderful people that are oppressed by an Islamic terrorist organization. Right, let's see his response.
So if good question. If the United States nuke Iran, this is what would happen.
All right, it would kill lots of innocent people that America's trying not to do.
They would blow up the entire Gulf. They destroy.
Oh my fucking god, dude! This is.
I love how they ask questions to a dude, and they're like, "What's your intake on it? What do you think about it?" Well, you don't even know, you fucking moron. You're not a military expert. You're not a physicist expert. You're a fucking moron on the internet that's throwing out predictions, and you're trying to. Wow, dude, this guy's gonna get ream-rod so hard on the internet now. Myron, I hope you, Fresh man, I hope you understand you're about ready to get the fucking railroad given to you. No one's gonna believe your shit after this shit. This one guy was talking about NATO, and it says, because they don't defend us, why the fuck would we defend them? Why don't... It said, they don't defend us, dipshit. He's talking about NATO. NATO doesn't do shit for us. All they do is sit there and absorb our money and shit.
Like the most third world stuff I've ever heard in my life.
The desalination plants all across the Gulf. Now, in the
One guy says, yeah, he's full retarded. Yeah, everyone in chat's against him. Like, you're full retarded. To be fair, Europe isn't our allies. They stooped us. They're not helping us. I completely disagree, but can't respect his take. I'm reading the comments now. You do have Bucker Busters. Who the fuck do you think you were talking to? The one guy's like, we do have the Bucker Busters. Who the fuck do you think that you're talking to? You fucking moron.
what they do is they take the salt water
I went to St. Myron. Didn't do it. He says I want to send Myron to Iran. Yeah, go over there, bro. Get shot at, you stupid fuck. I love how American people that don't understand how bad like terrorists actually is, because we have so much protection. These people are so spoiled. They're multi-million-dollar spoiled fucking cunt waffles, and they want to have their take on it because they think they know shit because they basically sucked a bunch of dick. They got their hierarchy or whatever the fuck money that. and they think their words mean more. Dude, you're still a stupid ass human being. Your words actually don't mean shit. When you say stupid shit, no one's gonna believe you because you're an idiot.
Make it, potable and drinkable. And obviously it's in the desert, and that's where all their water comes from. If you destroy power plants and desalination plants, we're talking about humanity.
This one guy says, no, this, he's like, no, this guy's a retard listening to leftist propaganda. Yeah.
He thinks that if we nuke Iran, Iran will be able to obliterate the desalination plants of every single Arab Gulf country? Like, are we being serious? Like, this is crazy. Iran is cooked. They have basically no weapons left. Like, these guys got absolutely obliterated. They did everything in their power to blow up Israel. They blew up one building in Israel over the course of, like, this entire war. Are we being serious? And they're going to be able to cripple the entire world now if we nuke them? If we nuke them, they're gone. The reason why we're not doing that is because Trump doesn't want to kill 1 million people.
Where 50 million people live in the region. And these...
Too much drama worldwide for that. I bet none of you even know U.S. could. It only took 28 days to beat Iran.
Thanks for watching this episode.
Dude, that dude's coping so hard. Myron, you should just get off the internet for a while, bro. Go grab yourself a couple things of ice cream. You can just cope by eating your ice cream and that. I hope your woman looks at you and be like, you're a fucking moron. How you say this to her? Well, I believe. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, man. People can't cope with the actual truth, so they freak out. When they freak out, my God, they freak out. These people are coping freak out pussies, bro. It's fucking hilarious.
Day of the United States, Donald Trump tweeted this yesterday, and I covered it briefly yesterday, but there's been an insane development. Today, an Iranian-flagged cargo ship named Tuska, nearly 900 feet long, weighing almost as much as an aircraft. Korean War lasting 3 years, 1 month, 2 days. Vietnam War lasting 19 years, 5 months, 49 days. Iraq lasting 8 years, 8 months, 48 days. They like to say that I promised 6 weeks to defeat Iran, and actually, from a military standpoint, but it's far faster than that. But I'm not even going to let them rush the United States into making a deal that is not as good as it could have been. Iran is making the same that I am under pressure to make a deal. This is not true. I am under no pressure whatsoever, although it will happen. Iran is moving quickly. Time is not my adversary. The only thing that matters is that finally, after 47 years, to straighten out this mess that are the presidents that happened, because they didn't have the courage, or the foresight, or the balls, or the testicles. Respect to Iran. Raging homosexuals, a lot of them.
Raging homosexuals. Raging homosexuals, like a lot of them. They're all fucking goats and shit. Hey, you know what? They're not lying. They are.
For 4 years, they've been talking about the dangers of Iran. True, by the way. Kamala Harris stated that her number one adversary going into office, if she wins the 2024 election, more than she did, would be Iran. So she would have done this too, even though now she's making believe that this is purely Trump's war of choice. And that's something that had to be done, and now's the time when doing it. A little the accomplishment of our military and the Trump administration. This is a perfectly executed on the scale of Venezuela, just bigger, a more complex operation. The result will be the same. And Venezuela was a cataclysmic victory, alright, despite the fact that the news doesn't want to talk about it anymore. It was an unbelievable victory. Unprecedented, honestly. In my first term, I built the greatest military our country has ever seen, including adding spaceports. In my second term, I have property and traditions using the military. Never by others, violence and understanding, or confidence, make America great again. And then he dropped another one. I am winning the war by a lot. Things are going very well, and our military has been amazing. And if you read the fake news, like the failing New York Times, the absolutely horrendous and disgusting Wall Street Journal, or the almost fun, fortunately Washington Post, you would think we're actually losing the war. By the way,
That's funny though. He says our enemies are confused because they get the same media reports and they say that they're not losing. The enemy's like, what the fuck do you mean? We're not losing. We are fucking losing. Oh, that shit's so. They're getting confused because they had the same media. They think that they're losing. And Iraq's like, we're fucking our asses beat.
Darker runways. No anti-missile or anti-aircraft equipment. The former leaders about to be gone. This has been in addition to everything else. Regime change. And perhaps most importantly of all, the blockade, which we will not take off until there is a deal. It is absolutely destroying Iran. They're losing $500 million a day, an unsustainable number, even in the short run. The anti-American fake news media is rooting for Iran to win. This is true, by the way. It's absolutely heartbreaking to see it, and it's such a masked off moment. Like, there is a massive off going on, and so many retards are falling for it. But it's not going to happen because I'm in charge. And like these unpatriotic people use every ounce of their limited strength to fight me in the election and continue to do so with Iran. The result will be the same. It already is, President Donald J. Trump. That's you. And then he drops another one in regards to the deal with Obama. Now, before I show you this tweet, I have to show you the left going to lose. All right, so this is one of the some retard woke online.
Some retard.
People is pushing for the Epstein stuff. Now that Trump is in office, we didn't care about Epstein while Biden was in office. He is another one of these anti-American foreigners that was brought into our country to rule over us because apparently that's a thing now. Well, this is him explaining how Obama was actually much better than Trump at dealing with Iran.
Are you suggesting that Obama's leadership on Iran was better? Because under President Obama, there were 14 wire transfers to a. Hold on.
Yes, I am.
There were 14 wire transfers to a Swiss account linked to Hezbollah between 2014 and 2016. That was a total of $1.7 billion.
I mean, unless, of course, the Democrat foreigners that we bring into our country that support the third world actually supports Hezbollah, the terrorist organization, which that would be great, right?
The same $1.7 billion he told Congress was frozen Iranian assets. Now, there was a back channel to Tehran through Valerie Jarrett, active for 2012 to 2024. This was after he left office. So, it was almost like a shadow government. He also sent pellets of cash in a plane to Iran. Now, why would you send money to Iran knowing that they are building a nuclear weapon and they are the leading sponsor of terrorism?
Yeah. Barack Obama was a great statesman who left.
He was a good guy.
Yeah, I love these fucking fucktards. He's not gonna answer the question. Every time these people get into an area of never answering the fucking question, they do such a good job. This dude's a fucking complete terrorist. Take him and put him in prison. Deport his ass. Deport his ass. I love these people. They're showing their true faces because they know what they've been doing for like 10 or 12 or 13 years. That they fucked up and now everything's getting pushed back on them and like everybody's hating on them. American people are swaying like, dude, why you hate America so much? Well, did you because you no, don't hate our country that bro. Fuck you, hate our country and that. Bye bye. Go to prison. Go to Iran since you love those people so much, since you love their government. You can go live in Iran. They'll never go back to Iran. They'll never go back to these countries because they know they suck ass. They're just saying shit because they're being paid to say it. It's ridiculous, dude.
America much safer. I wouldn't put.
What? This is crazy. No, this is reality, dude.
Donald Trump in the same paragraph.
Yeah, Trump bad. Alright, so, hey, but Obama gave you $1 billion. What do you think about that? I think Trump bad, actually. Yeah, we all. Anyway, I think I can show this to you because, every time I play 60 Minutes, I get my entire video taken down by 60 Minutes and copyright me. I guess they don't like the fact that I'm covering it in this regard. 60 Minutes admits this is left-wing media that Iran still has 50,000 pounds of highly enriched uranium, not material enriching a little more for 10, 11 nuclear bombs. They have been lying about that for 20 years now, according to leftist sources. All right, according to the United Nations, it is an undeniable fact that they lied. Now, Obama made a deal with Iran. That's true. Iran just lied to them. They pinky promised that they weren't going to build a nuclear.
They peaky, bro. Lightweight.
Now again, we don't know the ultimate deal yet, and I had the same stance that I had literally the beginning. You have to wait till the place out to actually have an actual informed opinion. You know, everyone's saying, "Oh, but Trump's making a deal, Obama made a deal." They're literally the same. That's like retard to me. Only the left is blind and cannot comprehend words or reality.
Comprehend words or reality.
The Nazis invaded other countries' sovereignty, and Donald Trump arrested the dictator in Venezuela, which also violates the sovereignty of other nations. They're literally the same. Like, this is the logic you need to deal with when you're dealing with these absolute shit libs that don't actually understand reality at all. Or even worse, they don't want to understand reality. So in my opinion, all these retards that go on the news can be like, "Oh, we need to go native on war." They're lying. Because we know this needed to obliterate this nuclear capability. It's an objective fact. And saying that, "Wow, Obama's deal was so good." Oh, it was so good, really. How did they have 60% enriched uranium if Obama's deal was so fucking good? Like, these people are actually retarded. Oh, they made a peace promise. That's right. They can't test America. They made a peace promise. Now, just understand what's going on here. Right? Just to, like, kind of understand exactly the geopolitics here. Because I think it's important all in all. Right? This is new footage from the January protest showing the war getting run. Right? The reason why I'm only getting this now is because they shut off the internet for the last 2 months in Iran. So people couldn't actually show. Power it's just lines and lines of corpses. The morgue ran out of body bags and places for corpses. This isn't even in Tehran, by the way, which is the capital of Iran. This is just like one little city. Literally, the video shows the morgue in Moradabad, Iran, filled with bodies and courtyard corridors moving. But it's filling, it's overflowing with corpses. Following the January 8 and 9 protests, the footage depicts the morgue reaching capacity, 200 to 250 bodies are moored at this single location in a city of 300,000 residents. It's just it's unbelievable. It's actually shocking. It's actually shocking that the media is still like underplaying the fact that we're dealing with like they call them a death cult. I got a video literally taken down by YouTube because they said it's derogatory and hateful language because I called Iran terrorist regime a death cult. I am not exaggerating. That was the term I used, and they took my video down for that reason. Because apparently reality is YouTube is a completely unbiased and perfect platform is what I'm trying to say. Now, this was a pretty major controversy over the last couple of days. Apparently, a British soldier was seen smashing the head of a Jesus Christ statue during. Now, my take on this is it's a really bad fucking thing to do. I don't know why the hell he would do that. There are bad people in every single culture, in every group, in every amount of people. There are bad things, obviously.
Yeah, I really like this guy a lot because he just speaks the truth. There's so much propaganda out there.
Welcome in, everyone. I hope you guys are doing great wherever you're watching from today. I'm filming this on April 22nd. We have major news. Is Iran has attacked multiple ships in the Strait of Hormuz, causing significant damage to those ships and possibly hijacking multiple vessels as well. On top of that, we have mysterious explosions hitting an oil refinery in Iraq, and it really does
In different circumstances, the Fate Fields would be an almost idyllic place for a man to settle down. Not me, of course. This gambler needs to keep ambling on. The grass is always greener until the tyrants come and make it red.